Hey Queens, I am back today with a what's in my bag and quick review for the Times Square Tabby 26 by Coach. So let's get into it. Hey, I'm Drea. Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you know me, then you already know I like what I like, but I'm allergic to full price. If that sounds like you, go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you know whenever I upload new videos. But guys, I have been in this bag right here now for it'll be a week tomorrow. So I've been in it long enough and I have worn it to enough places to give you guys my honest opinion on this bag now that I've been in it. So we're going to start first with just the aesthetic. I mean, just overall, this is a gorgeous bag. I mean, just look at it. Look at the quilting. And look how deep it is. Gorgeous bag. The quilting on here to me it puts me in the mind of like Chanel. Like an older vintage Chanel classic flap. Y'all know how the quilting on the Chanel classic flaps look, but some of the older vintage ones, the quilting is not as prominent, or like it's almost like it's gone kind of flat. And to me, that's what the quilting on the Times Square Tabby is giving. I absolutely love it, and it's so soft to the touch. Like this Napa leather feels super good, like really, really soft. So much so that I find myself when I'm out just grabbing it just so that I can touch and feel the leather. I don't remember doing this with any other bag in my collection besides, I think, the Pillow Tabby also makes me do this. It's just so squishy and soft, and the leather just feels so good. It's just really hard not to squeeze it. But anyway, as y'all can see, it has the gold hardware. Super, super deep. If you look at the sides, you can tell that this is a spacious bag. And then, you've got the back pocket. So just from the exterior, this bag is gorgeous. I really can't say anything is wrong with this bag as in terms of how it looks. I love everything about this bag, even the size. And y'all know I'm not a big bag person. This is the largest size that they carry, but I'm glad that I got this size for a couple of reasons. So let's go ahead and go over the measurements. So let's go to the Coach website. Even though this bag is sold out and has been sold out for a while on their site, it's still on there. But I wanted to just go over the measurements real quick. It looks like the last time they had this bag in stock, they had it for $357. And y'all know retail on this bag is like $595. So it might even be $650 at this point. But anyway, it's 10 1/4 inches in length, 8.5 inches in height, and 4 inches in width. So this is a nice size bag, especially for considering what it is. So I don't own a Chanel jumbo flap, but I would imagine that the dimensions are very similar. The jumbo flap may be a bit longer than this bag, but this is basically their jumbo version of the Times Square Tabby, because I believe they make it in an 18 and a 20. But I'm glad that I got this size. I think this size is perfect for me because I think this bag, first of all, because of how it looks, this bag is dressy enough to wear like at night when you're going out. But then when you get it in this size, it makes it large enough to wear as an everyday bag or even to work, depending on what you need to carry. So I went back and forth with myself about what size I wanted to get, and I'm glad that I decided to go with the larger one. So we're going to go ahead and get on the inside of the bag. And so you all will get to see what's in it. So what I decided to do was just go ahead and pack the bag on camera. Like it's already packed. But I went on ahead and packed it on camera just so that y'all can see how I packed it. But I'm going to show you also what's in it as you watch how I packed it. But I did have my um notebook in here. So I went with all cherry accessories for this bag with the exception of one piece. I did put my the riveted corner zip bracelet in here. And the only thing I have in here is like medicine and candy. I did not use the center compartment at all. My phone is in the back pocket, which we'll talk about the back pocket in a little bit. And so, like I said, I didn't use the center compartment. And in the back compartment, all I had was my corner zip wristlet and my card case. Now, in this very back wall with the button snap, Only thing I had in here was my compact. So I didn't pack a lot in this bag. And then the back pocket, I love this back pocket because it has that magnetic snap on it. The only thing I had in here was my phone case. It's right now, it's on my phone, and I didn't take it off before filming, but you'll be able to see how it fits. Because I filmed that for you. So this bag still has plenty of room. I could put probably double the amount of things that I have in this bag and still have plenty of space. Because it's such a pretty bag, I didn't feel the need to embellish it. Only thing I did was just add a cherry charm. And I was going back and forth between using the cherry or the apple because the apple is larger. But for some reason, I just felt like the cherry looks better on this bag to me. I like the apple on my sketch print tabby, but it just wasn't given on this bag. So I just stuck with the cherry. When in doubt, use a cherry. So the bottom of this bag, if you look at the base, you can see how wide it is on the bottom as well. So again, you will be able to fit a lot in this bag because it's the base is wide and the sides are deep, and this bag is tall. And despite how it looks, it's not as structured as you may think. It has a lot of give. So you'll be able to put quite a bit in this bag, which is another reason why I like it so much, because I could definitely wear this bag to work. I was concerned about scratching, but that has not been an issue. Even with this leather being as soft as it is, like I haven't had any issues with it scratching. And I've been to the mall, I've been to meetings, I've had to kind of throw this bag in chairs. Like this bag has really been, it's been out with me and it's been working. It has not just been sitting there being cute. This bag has been putting in work. And as you can see, I don't have any scratches or anything. Not like I would even care at this point because the bags are made to be worn, and sometimes wear and tear is just par for the course. It's not avoidable. We want to prolong the life of our bags and, delay scratching and wear and tear as long as possible. But it's inevitable. If you wear a bag at some point, there is going to be some wear. What I would expect on this bag, though, will probably be corner wear. The corners aren't super sharp, but they're sharp enough where I could definitely see corner wear being an issue on this bag long term. Way too soon for me to be worried about that now, but it is something, just to pay attention to and look out for. This inside of this bag, and we went over all of this when I did the unboxing, so I'm not going to spend too much time on like just the specs of this bag, but I also like how this whole back wall is leather. Even though the bag isn't completely leather lined, this whole back wall is leather. And then the rest of the bag, the interior, is that really nice linen, like burlap fabric that I like so much. I think they should use more of in their bags. This bag does not have a front pocket on it, so it's either going to be open or closed. There's no compartments on the front, which is why this back compartment is super convenient, and you can fit a lot in this bag. You might even be able to fit a mini tablet back here. Like this back compartment is super huge, and it has a magnetic closure. So this bag is functional in the sense that it was designed to carry a lot. Well, at least in this size, all of the compartments are large, and they're easy to get in and out of the bag. So for me, the pros of this bag, of course, are going to be the look first and foremost. I think this bag is absolutely gorgeous, and it's probably the closest I will ever come to a Chanel classic flap or a large Gucci Marmont, because I've always felt like if the Chanel classic flap and Gucci Marmont got together and had a baby, this is what it would look like, because this is giving the Gucci Marmont flat bag as well. So to me, it could go either way, Gucci Marmont or Chanel classic flap. Either way though, one of the pros of this bag is that it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a pretty bag. I also think that this design is timeless. So it's not something that will get dated. I feel like in 10 years, if this bag is still in good condition, it will still be stylish and I would still be interested in wearing it. And then the size, I think the size that I purchased is also a pro. Of course, this bag comes in other sizes, but in terms of this bag, the size is definitely a pro because I could fit everything in here and still have plenty of room. I could fit whatever I needed to put in this bag, I could put in this bag. And normally bags this beautiful don't hold a whole lot. So I was really impressed that they decided to make this in a 26 size. So something this pretty could actually still be a workhorse if you needed it to be. But let's get into the cons, y'all, because there are a couple. So the first thing I noticed that I don't like about this bag is that this closure, like I said, it's easy to get in and out of. That's only partly true. Like this closure, see, look, you have to open it a certain way. Like this bag right here, I have to lay it flat like that in order to open it up sometimes. It's like, I don't know if it's like the angle that I'm pulling at, but I noticed quite a few times when I try to open it when it's upright, it's stuck or it's really hard to open. So, but as soon as I lay it like this, it comes right open with no problem. That could be annoying if you are out and about somewhere and you're trying to open the bag. You may not be in a place where you feel comfortable doing all of this just to get inside. So that is something to consider. I don't know why that is, if that's a design flaw or if it was designed that way on purpose, but yeah, it's not always easy to get into. You do have to maneuver the bag. It needs to be positioned a certain way in order for you to easily open the clasp. The second thing that I don't like about this bag, and I tried, y'all, I can't stand the straps, neither one. I just think the straps on this bag are garbage, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like this strap right here, this is super pretty. Like they were on the right track doing the leather braided into the chain and then putting the leather piece in the middle so that it would be more comfortable on your shoulder. But it's not comfortable on your shoulder with this bag the way I have it packed right now, and it's not even completely full. I could fit a whole lot more in this bag if I wanted to. However, after a while, this strap hurts because it's too thin for this large of a bag. Like this strap should be much thicker. I don't like that. The other thing I don't like is that this strap sometimes slips off of my shoulder. It does not stay on your shoulder. So that's also annoying, especially when you're out and about. What ends up happening a couple of times is that I end up holding it like this for a few minutes. Like if I'm doing something, it falls off my shoulder and straight into the crook of my arm. So I'm holding it in the crook of my arm like a top handle. And that's not what I got this bag for. So that's another thing I don't like about this strap. Let me grab the other piece. So this bag came with two straps. So like Coach had the right idea. They were on the right track. I just think they was driving the wrong train. So this is supposed to be the shoulder strap. The other thing I don't like about this strap, besides the fact that it's too thin and it hurts your shoulders if the bag is heavy, it also falls off my arm. But I also don't like the length. This strap is too long. And so I'm going to do some mod shots so you can see what I'm talking about. Like even on the shortest setting, this strap drop is lower than what I would want it to be. Like I don't need my bag to be right up at my armpit, but I do want a shoulder bag to not hang quite as low on me as this bag is hanging. And it's the strap. The strap is just too long. So definitely tall girl friendly. I'm just not a tall girl. And then the same thing with the crossbody strap that came with it. I think the strap is just too thin for a bag this size. The crossbody strap should be thicker so that this bag will be more comfortable on the arm. Now, I get it if they're looking at this bag as a dressy bag. They may have felt like a thicker strap would make the bag look more casual, but I don't care. I just think they should have made a thicker strap for this bag. And just like the short shoulder strap, this right here is too long. So I'm gonna let y'all see on the shorter setting how long this crossbody is on me. It hangs lower than what I would like my crossbody to hang, and I'm 5'4", so I'm not super short. But I'm definitely not tall. This bag right here, or the straps, I think were made for tall women. So what I decided to do, I'm going to look for another strap, maybe on Amazon or Etsy, to see if I could find a shorter shoulder strap that looks nice enough to attach to this bag, because my preferred way to wear this bag is on the shoulder. Like for me, this would be a crossbody carry, but if I decide to wear a crossbody, I have another strap that I think would go better as a crossbody, and the drop on it is a little better than the drop on the crossbody strap that came with it. And I'm talking about my Kate Facet. So this shoulder strap right here, I got off of eBay maybe a few years ago. Really good deal on it. And so this strap works perfectly with this bag. I wish it was adjustable enough to make it short shoulder, because I love the width of this strap. It's also super comfy. But I just think the drop on here, and I have this one also adjusted to the shortest setting because it can be long. It can be like a long shoulder or crossbody. So I have it on the shortest setting because again, I'm only 5'4". And this actually works a lot better for me for this bag than the straps that it came with. So those are my thoughts on this Times Square Tabby 26. It's a gorgeous bag. I really enjoyed carrying it. I like the way that it looks. I feel like a rich auntie when I'm carrying this bag, but I do not like the strap, and the closure can be a little sometimesy. So those are things to keep in mind if you were considering getting this bag. Now, I had to get it from Amazon because, like I said, it's been sold out at Coach for a minute. And when I was in the Coach store the other day talking to Paige, she mentioned too that, you know, the bag had been sold out and people had been asking about it. She remembered me telling her the last time I was there, or the last time that I spoke with her, that I got mine from Amazon. So if you're interested in this bag, I will put a link, an Amazon link, because they're only ones that I know right now that have this size. But if I find other retailers that have this size available, I'll link those as well, just in case y'all have more than one option. But that is all that I had today. I just want to give you guys my honest opinion about this bag. Like I said, it's a gorgeous bag. It's definitely worth the money, but you might want to change out the strap, and the closure may get on your nerves. Oh, and then there's one other thing that I think Coach really missed the mark on. A bag this size, even though it's a shoulder bag with a base this wide, I think should have had feet. I know that sounds counterintuitive because this is a shoulder bag, but it looks like it would sit on this bag will sit up. Like you could sit this on a flat surface and it will stand on its own. So why not put feet on it? That's just my opinion. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget, if you're going to get it anyway, you may as well save a few coins. Talk to you later. Bye.